Getting gas before undoing factory constraints means you've already accepted the schedule, accepted the fact that you'll live on the manufacturer's timeline and not your own. Maybe you hate your car because it feels slow, but that isn't a reason to modify it yet, because your car's first handicap isn't the engine, it's not even the drivetrain. It's forced factory screw-ups you've been tolerating. You already know if you let it go long enough, it'll kill your car. And you could be like everyone else, spending insane money to modify their intake and exhaust because it's audible, immediate, and it makes sense. Sound feels like progress. But real progress isn't power, it's removing what never needed to be there in the first place, fixing contamination, cooling, and heat control deliberately. Not delaying problems, but eviscerating the cause of the problem before it eats your wallet, eliminating factory features like your car turning off when you stop, only to have it turn back on half awake to respond immediately just to cross the road. So once you have an oil catch can, eBay listings for all the useless parts, and a car with no strange noises in perfect condition for off-road use only, then you're ready to modify it. Not on stage 1 or stage 2, but on a stage most people never reach because they assume their cars are perfect from the factory. I'm not going to give you the intake, exhaust, tune checklist everyone recycles because it never answers the question you're actually asking. Why, no matter what you do, your car feels slow? Because real performance always comes back to airflow, not accessories. On turbo engines, meaningful gains show up with a bigger turbo unless your factory turbo can support the airflow necessary for the horsepower you're trying to achieve. On naturally aspirated engines, this shows up as valve lifts and duration, which means a camshaft. I can't state this enough. It all comes down to airflow in and out. Everything else is secondary because the factory already optimized it for emissions and fuel economy. That's why most intake and exhaust changes stop at sound and aesthetics. They only start to matter once the engine is actually capable of flowing more air.